Alright, welcome back. So, yeah, from the last episode we were trying to finalise our Vondel Park area. We'll finish off these Zen Gardens shortly. I was toying with the idea of putting a little petting zoo up here, but I've changed my mind. I think what we're going to do is put our courts on this side. So we're going to do a tennis court and it's like a five-a-side court. So let's just crack on and get things done. We're going to want to start with our grass road 2. I just want to run this around the side just to mark out how much space we've got available. Now I think this is it's like an even number, so we want to leave a gap of 2 in between our chess court. And I've underlined this here as well, and we'll probably do the same on this side here, just because we don't want any palm trees poking out of our hedges or anything like that. So we'll get our, well, we're not going to use the white lines, we're going to use the light grey tile, just because the white one's too bright. So yeah, we'll go up by 17, cross by 9, and we'll do 2 of these. I'm going to leave a gap of 3 hopefully in the centre. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. So obviously we've got to sort of use a bit of our imagination here, because we don't really have any netting for the tennis court or any of the goal posts or anything that we can put in, but we can still have the courts here, and I'm sure you can just hire the nets or the goal posts from the park ranger, who I'm sure will be located in here somewhere. But yeah, let's crack on. Right, now where's the centre here? 15, so 7. So I've got hopefully a gap. Nope, that's wrong. Let's try this. That gives us a gap of 7. And that's 7 as well. That's what we want. Okay. It's always a bit harder to judge the perspective when you're from one end to the other. But we'll do the same with this court here, but we'll lay the lines out a little bit differently. So this will be our 5-a-side over here, and then this one can be our tennis court. So set that up like a tennis court would be. Very good, very good. Let's go back to our grass texture. Just fill in the sides, and then we're going to go to our new mod, our dirt road mod, and the last 2. We've got 2 green style ones, so I think we're going to use the checkered style for the 5-a-side court. Now I've just paused the game because I don't want it to go snowy or anything while I'm doing this, because it makes it pretty much impossible to see. So let's get this laid down. Okay, so that's going to be the base for our 5-a-side. And then over in the tennis court, just to make it a little bit of a contrast, we're going to use a blue in here, because you can get sort of blue clay courts and things like that. So we've got a blue in here in the dirt road section as well. So we'll use this colour, just try and make it a little bit different. And it'll hide sort of where we've flattened out the streams and things like that. So we'll just get a sort of nice block colour. Okay, there we go. So that's going to look much more impressive once we've actually laid the road down. But yeah, we've got our 2 courts. Now I was thinking in the centre, I mean, we could put like a gate up or something like that. We've got like wide gates now, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got like these wire fences. So we could put those up, but I was thinking, let's try something different. It would be nice if we had sort of bushes in the game that we could lay down, as opposed to just the sort of hedgerows. I don't really want hedges. What I was thinking we could do, and I don't know if this is going to work or not, so again, a little bit of trial and error. But let's take one of our standard orchards. I don't think it matters which one we choose here, because we're only going to do a single line. So choose a dense orchard just in case it makes a difference. And we're going to run it in between the two courts. And then what we want to put down in here, let's see if we've got it. Yeah, grapes. So they're sort of like quite bushy, so we'll see what that's like, see if it comes out well. And it should separate the two court areas. Okie dokie, cooking with gas. So we had our sand road removed so we could put a little lake down. Let's bring that up. I'll take the small one, our pond. We're going to put it fairly central. Just throw it down, and then we'll fill in the remaining areas with the sand texture. And our little pond should be built there. Now I did have a suggestion on the comment section that it might be a good idea to put a well in, because our minions will congregate around the well and it'll look like people are actually visiting our parks, which pretty good idea to me. Whether they congregate around the wells, I'm not sure. I haven't actually double checked that, but on the assumption that they do, it should look pretty good. So 3 wells to choose from now. We've got our standard 2, and where will they be? Yeah, so we've got our one where you can put a road round. We've got our single well, but we've also got the well that comes with the 1.5 mod. Here we go, the fort well. So yeah, I'm thinking, which one are we going to use? I'm thinking probably the standard well. Yeah, I think just because I want the base to sort of go straight up to the sand. So we're going to put this around here somewhere. So let's just remove. Yeah, throw it there. This piece here. And what else can we put in this end garden? Well, we can put some more reeds in as well. Let's throw some of those in. And again, I'm just going to turn the model as we place them, just to give it a little bit of a different look. And over here we've got some of these sort of light grey stone pieces. I'm thinking we could do the same over here, but maybe just use a different texture. So let's bring up our stones. If I remember where they are, here we go. Okay, these look to be all the same colour, so let's try the small rocks. And again, not sure about the placement until they're actually built, so we'll have to wait and see. But that's pretty much our Zen Gardens complete. This section here, I'm not too sure as yet. I was thinking that, yeah, we could go with the petting zoo idea, but I'm thinking if we put the larger pond in, and maybe sort of plant our own specific trees in certain areas, what we could do over here is take advantage of another feature that's coming with 1.5, which is the transparent, where we get transparent crop fields and pastures and things like that. So if we take the transparent fenceless pasture and maybe just run these along this side, and then we can maybe put some ducks in, and so it'll look like the ducks are just wandering around near the pond. So let's see what we can do. How much room have we got? 18, so it's maybe 9 apiece. Nine by 9 maybe. Throw a couple in. Yeah, and then it'll just look like we've got some ducks wandering around in the park. Okay. So yeah, we're getting there, I think, with the park, aren't we? I'll finish this in another episode, I think. I just want to see things being built first of all. We need to get some textures underneath the church here as well. Let's continue the brick road, the red brick road. let's just take it up to the steps, and then maybe we could just run a little walkway around the church. Like so, and then we'll just take it off underneath the arches. We'll underlay the arches around the cemetery as well, which is all filled now, or nearly. I think we've got a couple of spaces left. Yeah, looks good though, doesn't it? Different to the usual style. Okay, so in terms of the texture we're going to use to sort of put around, let's have a look, see what we've got. Okay, we've got this one here. It's sort of the second one in the mixed roads. It's got a similar sort of texture to the red brick. So we could use this one, or we could stick with the sort of fishbone effect one that we've got here. I'm not sure. Let's try the mixed road first of all. And if it doesn't come out well, again, we can always change it. Now, the only downside to us having used the stone wall around here is that we can't underlay that, so we are going to get this little bit of green grass texture underneath, but I don't think it's a major deal. I'm just going to fill in the outsides first of all, and then we can yeah, go crazy in the centre. You can underlay this church by quite a lot, so that's what we want to do. And then we'll just whip around the back. Make sure we've got it all completed around here. Okay, so we've got that completed, and we could possibly do the same over by the tailor and the blacksmith. Let's use the same one. I'm thinking maybe we should have brought this wall up by one more, so I'm going to leave a gap there just in case I want to change that. And around the back. And let's go back to the red brick, just to run sort of down the centre. Okay, so we're getting places, I'm going to leave this section up here for the time being. what I want to do now is start working on expanding this port area. I've got some ideas for this section down here, and to possibly link up this area down to this lake here. So yeah, but to do that we're going to need some specific buildings, namely the building that creates our hull components. Let's have a look. Yeah, the shipyard. So we're going to need hull components to build the wharf ships. I think that's in the food section. Let's have a look. Yeah, the wharf and ship. Now this has been upgraded as well. We've now got new... Let's have a look, see if I can place it somewhere where we can see what we're doing. Yeah, so we've got the original ship, but now we've got an even bigger one. So yeah, we're going to want to take advantage of that and get some of these down, start making the this sort of area look a little bit more porty. Is that a word? I don't know. But yeah, we're going to want to get some of these down. So what we're going to do, let's have a look. I wouldn't mind one of these just sort of jutting out here. Sort of like that. So, how many are we going to go across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we want to go 8 across. Well, 7 really. Let's see what we can do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll wait there and then we'll do 2 out. I'm not sure by how much we need, so we'll do 2 by 8 for now. Just get rid of some of these trees. And I'm aware it's still on pause. We could take it off actually. Let's yeah, let's take it off. Okay, let's bring our ship back up. Let's get a smaller model, I think. And just see if we can place this. Okay, so we just need a couple of extra bits of length on the end here. Yeah, okay, let's throw it in. Right, cooking with gas, cooking with gas. So let's extend this across here. Let's throw that down there. Get rid of that. And I think what we're going to need to do here is get one of the shipyards in, I think, down here, because we need hull components to build the wharf and ships. Now we do have some, I think we did buy some in. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got sort of 48, so we can get going with these buildings, but again we're going to need to create more so we can get more ships in. Just check this trader. Yeah, we don't need any of those things for the time being. Let's go back down here. Oh, another trader coming thick and fast. Now we don't want horses or white horses, but we do need a ducks, so aren't they? So let's request some ducks. Thank you very much. We could get this guy that we've wedged in down here. We could get them on the go, couldn't we? Let's get 3 guys in there, bringing logs in, which we can then turn into firewood or lumber, depending on what we want at the time. So, what we're going to need to do here, well, I think we're going to need to take this out by another couple. Because we're going to need 2, like a row of 2 to rest the shipyard on. So, let's see if we can do that. Get that positioned. here. Throw that in. Now we're probably going to have a little bit of this texture hanging off the side that we might not be able to cover. We might be able to put a bit of quayside around it just to hide it. But hopefully, yeah, these boats should just skim past, because I don't want to really get in the way of the path of these boats. I don't want them going through buildings and things. So what we're going to need to do here is, yeah, a bit of quayside around this area, I think. Yeah, okay. Let's get the quayside options up and out. Here we go. Let's try with the curved piece. How far forward do we want to place this? Well, let's see if we can fit, before we do that, let's see if we can fit another wharf and ship on here. Let's get the smaller boat. Now obviously this is going to be in the way here. So we want this in front, really. Okay, well, yeah, that needs to be there for it to fit. Let's have a spin. See, it's hard to judge this when the other buildings haven't been built yet, so we may have to come back to this. Well, that's handy. Just throwing it up then. Okay, so we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. This little black dot. Just got to remember where I want to pull it out from, because you've got to be careful with the flattened terrain tool. Let's do that. Let's see if that helps us. Yeah, well, it's on, so let's throw it in. Then we can check this trader. Now, how are we for charcoal? Let's have a look. 0. Okay, well, we better buy some of that. Otherwise, they're going to start moaning at us. I think we just about afford that, can't we? $1,800. Yep. Trade. Dismiss. How's beeswax? Still loads of beeswax, that's okay. Now, while we're up at this section, let's have a gander at what's being made. Okay. Furnace fuel, how are we for that? We're okay for the time being, so we'll keep this on charcoal now. We've just bought some. What are we making here? We've got furnishings and more furnishings. We're going to need some building supplies though. I don't think we've got any. No building supplies, and we've got over 1,000 furnishings. So let's switch these. Bricks, glass and lumber. Have we got any joists? Rope? Got 200 joists. How are we doing for rope? 133. Have we got our ropers on the move? Let's double check. Yeah, they're on the go. How many people have we got in here? One each. What we like for hemp. We've got loads of hemp. Let's start rocking out the rope. Let's change all these to hemp. The reason I'm doing this is because I think we're quite low on bricks. Because we keep sort of putting brick textures down. So, yeah, 3. Let's get all these going. And we'll put another 7 people in here. Let's go back over here. Yeah, so we'll change this to joist and rope. We're going to put this one on. We're going to keep this on bricks, glass and lumber at the moment. And what we'll do is we'll try and buy some bricks in. Let's make sure we've got some joists being cranked out as well. Right, so there's not much going on down here. So let's get the joists on the go. We've got iron and coal. We've got the 2 mines going, so there are no problems there. Just a couple of guys, I think, in here. Now, how are these going? We're going to have to upgrade these soon. That one's fully upgraded. Right, this one's got 20%. And we'll keep it going until it runs out. And yeah, the stone quarries, they're about to go. Let's request that this one gets upgraded now. Okay, what else? Let's get rid of this oil press. How are we doing for lamp oil? 72. Okay, not great, but we need this space for something else. So take those out. And we'll ask them to remove this. I'm going to ask them to remove this road that we've sort of jutted out here as well. Now, how are we getting on down here? Okay. So it's the building supplies we're waiting for. We've got the bricks in, or some bricks in. We've got the hull components in. That's good. But yeah, just waiting for bricks. So that's what we definitely need at the moment. So what else are we going to do? We're running a bit low on time on this episode. Let's put some more road in. What I want to do is change this road from I want sort of the moss stone road to be in this section, but down here I think we're going to be changing it to the stone road. So let's request that get rid of all this road up to this point here. And then what I want to do is try and link up some like a high-speed road down here, down to this lake down here, so we can get things moving down there as well. That's why I want to get rid of this press, because I want to sort of shunt the road down a bit, so we've got more usable space in this section as well. Because if we click on our foresters, yeah, we've got, with the road running where it is now, it doesn't leave us a huge amount of space. Whereas if we sort of move the road down a bit, we could maybe put some orchards or crop fields down the side, so it gives us a bit more room to play with. Let's check this trader. Yeah, we don't really need any of those things at the moment. Well, we may as well just leave them selected, because we may do later. And there's nothing else from the food merchant that we want at present, so let's get that back down here. Okay, they've removed the oil press, which is what we want. So, yeah, just a stone road, nothing fancy. Let's run this all the way down. I want to make sure that it's perfectly straight. Yeah, looks good. We'll do another one underneath it as well. So then we've got our link down to this area now. Okay. Yeah, building supplies. Well, we'll just have to wait for our industrial area to crank out some of those building supplies for us. Let's put this one on joist and rope. Let's try and get as many as we can before we run out of some stuff. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll leave it there for this episode. What we'll do when we come back, I'm going to try and probably wait for the snow to disappear, hopefully get these 2 wharf ships built. We're going to put a bit of quayside wall down here, so maybe the bigger ships on this side. And yeah, just sort of work our way across this section and see what we can get done. So I shall see you then.